Alina and Stewart here from Drone Film Guide. We're just back from a shoot, a bit tired. How do you think we got on?
Everything went perfectly, it couldn't have been any better. What were you talking about?
As if you never mess up your lines.
Stop playing with your hair.
Just remove that face of mine.
Okay, so maybe we should have watched our own video on how to film a car with a drone before we thought about doing this one. Link up in the info box. Yeah, not everything goes to plan, but we're going to show you some glorious polished shots that makes it look like we knew exactly what we were doing, and then we'll show you a behind the scenes, warts and all kind of video on how it actually was put together, and hopefully you can take away something interesting from that. What's with your face?
I'm trying not to do the other face. This is the awful face.
Drone Film Guide, taking the Mustang out, real live shoot. Alina, what are you doing back there? Hiding.
No makeup.
You don't have your makeup on. She's so. Mustang, Drone Film Guide. See you soon. Just filling up. I think this is going to be expensive. Might be here a while. Still here.
Over and out.
Still here. So we have a castle, we have a Ford Mustang, we've got a Phantom in the boot. Weather's okay, not too bad, it's not too windy. We're going to have another shot at filming cars with a drone. We did a video on this before, check it out, links up there. We learnt some lessons there. We also had some colour issues with this car in the past when we were trying to blend it with other cameras. So we'll have a shot and see how we get on today. So first shot, beautiful sunshine, creating a problem. We have prop flicker. It's the first time we've seen that with the Phantom 4, but didn't come at a good time. So we tried to crop in, get rid of that, but you couldn't really get rid of that. Look how slow the car is as well. You really need to be speeding some of this footage up. It looks so slow. So changeable weather isn't particularly helpful either. Really pleased to see the sunshine, but 2 seconds before we do this shot, the settings aren't really ready for the girl in the dress there. In the wedding dress, as you can see, it's completely blown out, and there's simply not enough dynamic range in these DJI cameras, certainly the consumer or prosumer ones, to recover any detail in the highlights. Here's another shot. It's looking okay so far. Look at the shadow on the ground. It's about to go across the dress. That's completely useless. Something you've got to keep in mind. This is our attempt at recovering the situation. We've cropped in 200%, put a bit of post-production stabilisation. It's pretty cool. And me running in to have a wee chat. Something else to keep in mind, you know, people don't always know exactly where you want them to stand, despite your best efforts to explain things. So while you're chatting away trying to get people in the right position, your battery's ticking down at a rate of knots. But it was worth it. Just check out this cool shot. This is reversed. There's no way we're going to fly this in towards them and then expect to stop dead at the right spot. What about this one? Surely you're expecting to see a car fly underneath. Oh. I don't know what happened there, but it wasn't great, was it? This one, super ambitious, fantastic, bang! Collision avoidance on the Phantom. DJI Phantom 4 just wasn't ready for my super exciting suicidal drone techniques. We'll see another one of those in a bit. Let's have a look at this shot. Oh, a nice blue wheelie bin, that's awesome. It would have been easy to crop that out. Here's another one. So I wanted to fire it down between those trees sideways. So that's me lining up to go sideways. I just set a course lock there so that I would safely be able to fly it through those trees. In come the letterbox. Look at this, it's all cinematic. Da, 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 da. Dink. Collision avoidance again, which I'm really pleased to say that it works. Even when I was flying sideways there, happy days. But yeah. What about this one? This was in the introduction. Looks okay. Did anyone spot it? Who's that down there? Just standing in the shot. That's me. What an umpty. What about this one? Oh, wait a minute. I thought we were in a private estate. We had the estate to ourselves. Who is that? Surely they're not going to park there. Oh, of course they do. So that's me. Let's just say my face didn't do a very good job of hiding what I was thinking, and I had to apologise afterwards. But nonetheless, what can you do? This one's looking okay. It's clearly far too bright. This shot looks cool. Oh, go and change the settings in the middle of the shot. Why don't you? And these kind of things happen. You're under pressure. You're trying to make the most of the situation. There's never enough time. This one, shot's good. So far, so good. Our guy, you know, he kind of hesitates a bit getting out the car, but that's okay. As we take off to do a cool shot, decides to start blowing a hurricane, and as you can see, the drone's getting buffeted about all over the place. What about this one? This was in the introduction. We used this shot. Looks okay. Doesn't look so okay when you see the cars there on the left-hand side. That's okay. We speed it up, we crop in a bit, get rid of those cars, happy days, and cut it before this moves off to the side. So while we watch some of these behind the scenes shots, let's just take a moment to think about what we learned. They were fired through it very, very quickly. The big takeaway for me, Alina was busy doing other things that day. I was basically flying by myself, and the last time I flew by myself, I flew backwards and crashed it into a tree. I really shouldn't be allowed to do that. And not only is it problematic from a safety perspective, oh, there she is, but I just completely miss a second pair of eyes. Alina flies the drone as far as I'm concerned. I have my hands on the sticks. She's the one that flies it. She looks around, she deals with people that get in the way. She looks for shots when I'm busy just trying to fly this thing. Having a second person there is invaluable. And the reality is that shooting and filming cars like that really isn't a kind of run and gun thing, which is how we approached it that day. Despite our experience, we've shot a car there before. That's not the first time we've filmed a sports car there. You see that in some of our other videos, but it's really tough. On the plus side, the positive to take away from it is that, look at that little introductory sequence. Despite all the catalogue of missed shots and missed opportunities and mistakes, we got some fantastic sequences there at the start. So, it's a mixed bag. We had fun though, and we hope you learned something in this video. Don't forget to subscribe and keep in touch for future updates from Drone Film Guide.